When the psychopath, when the narcissist stops having sex with you, that's when you know that there's no turning back. Yo, what's up? This is Kita with Psychopath Exposure. Welcome back, friends. Welcome back, warriors. I am so excited for this video. I want to talk about something that happened to me, and it's probably happening to a lot of you. It makes me laugh now at how ridiculous it was, but it was some crazy experience. And that's when the narcissist stops having sex with you. Okay? I know it's no laughing matter, but I swear it's just hilarious how I fell for this. And looking back now, I still kick myself in the ass, even though I understand 100% that I was just under the spell of a narcissist. I was under a spell of a con artist. I was being tricked. I was being manipulated. I had empathy. I had love. And they took advantage of that. Even though I know all of that, it still makes me laugh. And sometimes I just want to kick myself in the ass for actually believing all those fucking lies. So let me share with you guys how that happened and might resonate with some of you. And for those of you that are in a relationship right now with a toxic narcissist or psychopath, and maybe you haven't reached that level yet, I promise you it's coming. I urge you to run now before it happens. But if you stick around, if you don't believe me, if you want to press your luck, if you think you're going to be the exception to the rule, be my guest. But you'll see, they do it to everybody. This is why they do it. Number one, when you first meet the psychopath, they put you through the love bombing stage, right? We all know that, where everything is glorified. You are the best. You are their God. They bow down before you. Nothing but compliments all day and praise. Everything is fun. Everything is bliss. It's like heaven. It's the best sex you'll ever have. The best sex you'll ever have is number one, with a psychopath, and number two, with an alcoholic or a drug addict. Toxicity. For some reason, toxicity turns us on, right? But it kills us. It destroys us. I'm still trying to wrap my head around all of this. I guess normal, healthy people are boring. I've come to that conclusion. But I digress. When the psychopath decides to change phases from love bombing, the love bombing idealization phase, to the devaluation phase, that's when they start pulling things away. Okay? That's when suddenly the praise starts turning into not necessarily the opposite, but it's more of a questionable praise. It's more like, I used to like when you had long hair, but I don't think I like long hair anymore. And eventually it becomes, I hate people with long hair. That's usually how it goes, right? But one of the things that they start stripping away from you is intimacy and sex and kissing. And you start noticing it because after all, you're human and you're not an idiot. You notice it. You notice the disconnect, right? You notice how this crazy wild sex you used to have doesn't happen as often anymore. You notice how now suddenly they're not in the mood, even though they've groomed you into thinking that they were nymphs at the beginning. But suddenly they're not in the mood. And then you put up with it because you love them and you try to be understanding. Maybe they're going through something. Maybe they're stressed. Maybe they have a lot of pressure at work, they tell you. But the days start adding up. The weeks start adding up. And it starts getting frustrating. And you would think that after all that time adds up, that they're just ready to explode, right? Nope. Why would they? They're fucking other people. Wake up! I knew it. I knew they were fucking other people. I would see bite marks. I would see bite marks on them. Very subtle, but I would find them. I knew what was going on. I mean, that's for another video, but I knew what was going on, and I'm sure you do too. I'm sure you're suspecting. If you're watching this video now and you're in this situation, it's probably gonna start making sense. Some of the pieces are gonna start falling into place. They do this as part of the devaluation phase. That's how they start to destroy you. They play with your emotions that way by stripping you of sex and watching you continue to support them and stay in the relationship. That only empowers them. Now you went from being a lover to a strict provider who gets nothing in return. Because these narcissists don't give you anything back. They don't provide shit. They don't bring anything to the relationship. At the beginning, it seems that they do. It seems that they do. But believe me, in my experience, I was always a hard ass. So I would call them out right away. I was like, hey, you're not doing your part over here. You're not doing your part over here. That would lead to empty promises and then eventually a tantrum and then eventually more problems. But I would notice little things like that. But I was so blinded with the rest of the love bombing and the crazy sex and the wild times and the fun and the connection that I would let it slide a little bit more. But I know some people are not such hard asses. I know some people will just easily be manipulated. And they'll stay in a relationship without sex for years. And they'll just tell everybody, hey, I don't know, our relationship has gotten stronger since we stopped having sex. We communicate more, we talk more. Whatever bullshit we say to ourselves to justify the situation. And that's fine. It's okay. I'm not judging here. Don't judge yourself either. We all went through that. We all made those justifications. It's part of the trick. This is what a psychopath does to you. It's perfectly normal. You're not crazy. You're going to want to kick yourself in the ass later, but they're making you believe that you're crazy. And remember, folks, they are already fucking someone else. If not one person, 7 more. They are already grooming their next partner. And they're probably having wild and crazy sex with them right now where they're like, they come home and they don't even want to touch you. I remember cases where my psychopath ex was so turned on and then she would stop it at the most opportune moment that would crush me. It's all part of the plan. Genius, but sick and toxic. That rhymes. So what starts happening is that we start trying harder to please them in other ways. We start trying harder to understand them. We try harder to win back their love, to win back that sexual chemistry. And they know exactly what they're doing. That's what they want. Now they're watching you suffer, and that empowers them. That gives them the narcissistic supply that they crave. They're fucking other people. They don't care about you. They're being nymphs with their other partners now, with their other victims now. You're a piece of shit to them. You're trash. At this point, you're trash. Isn't that crazy? And then we wonder, why do we stay in a relationship like that at that point? Why did I stay? You know why? Because we were under their toxic spell. That's it. That's the only reason why. Never in the past did we put up with such bullshit. Never again will we put up with such bullshit. But under that spell, all bets are off. If you're injected with a drug that warps your mind, that alters your state of being, you have no control. You lose control to that drug. A psychopath, a narcissist, is like a drug. They became our drug. They infected us and poisoned us with their venom. And that's why we were able to stay in the relationship for so long, even though our needs weren't being met, even though our emotions weren't being cared for, and we were just being walked all over. Meanwhile, we are walking on eggshells and we're not getting laid. How's that for a kicker? It's funny as fuck, isn't it? So if you find yourself in that situation right now, you have no excuses. You're not a victim anymore. Now you're a volunteer. Now you know what's up. If your narcissist refuses to have sex with you, or has cut it down to where it's just once every 3 months or once every 6 months or some crazy, crazy shit like that, and you're not 80 years old, you're still in your prime or younger, cut that relationship off now before it's too late, before you're left to rot. Because the next phase is the discard phase. And when that comes, they're going to leave you in a state of doom for the rest of your life. And then you won't be able to have sex with anybody because you're going to be so traumatized, your brain is going to relate intimacy with trauma. And it's going to scare you. You'll get over it. I got over it pretty fast. But that's because I did a lot of work. And I did a lot of healing and a lot of understanding, a lot of training on this situation. I had a mentor that would tell me exactly what I needed to do. When I first met this guy, I was just on the floor. I was a mess. But he finished my sentences as I told him my story. It's like he was a fly on the wall. And he validated me. He gave me the validation that I needed. The validation my brain needed to hear that I wasn't crazy. So he told me everything I needed to do. And I didn't hesitate. And the first thing I did was establish the no contact rule, which is huge. It's fucking huge. The sooner you can do that, the sooner you can start healing. Let me repeat that. The sooner you go no contact with a psychopath narcissist partner or your ex, the sooner you can start the healing process. You can't start healing if they're lingering around, talking to you, poisoning you, throwing pictures of their next relationship in your face through social media. You can't heal while that's going on. So I put together an ebook that's going to take you through the steps of going no contact with your psychopath narcissist ex, so you guys can get a head start right now on how to put this nightmare behind you. It's absolutely free, something I did out of passion. And it's really cool too. I'm really proud of the work I put into it. I'm sure some of you guys, as you start healing, you're going to start doing some work to give back, to help people in your situation too. And you're going to bring all your passion with it. And that's awesome. That is awesome. So I put a link down below in the description so you can download the ebook straight to your phone or your computer. You can print it, whatever you want. Make sure you read it 1,000 times if you have to. There's no reason for an honest human being that works hard, that has empathy, that loves, that wants to start a family, that ultimately genuinely cares about their partner. There's no reason for that person to go through the nightmare that unfortunately we all went through. We don't deserve that. We didn't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. So yeah, if you're in a relationship right now with a narcissist that stopped having sex with you, go ahead and cheat on them. Fuck them. That's right. The relationship is doomed. You might as well go get your needs met with someone else. And in the process that might empower you even more to terminate that toxic relationship before they terminate it. Because believe me, when they do, it's going to crush you. It's best for you to do it first. Catch them preemptively. Because it's only going to get worse from here, guys. I promise you that. I promise you that. But if you start taking action, and you start healing from this and growing and rising above it, I also promise you that your life is going to get better. Beyond your wildest dreams. Because overcoming a nightmare this dark is going to prepare you for anything. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for spending some time with me today. If you liked the video, click on the like button right now. Subscribe so you can get more videos like this. Click on that little bell icon so you can get notified every time I drop one of these bombs. Get your free ebook. And if you happen to be in a relationship right now where your partner's not giving you any, share it below with a comment so we can all laugh. Tell us the ridiculous reasons that they're telling you why they don't want to have sex with you or why they can't have sex with you. Because I know that it's drop dead hilarious and complete bullshit. And sometimes just sharing it with someone else is going to help your brain realize how stupid it is and give you the confidence you need to fucking call them out on that bullshit. So let me know what's going on. Once again, this is Kita. This is Psychopath Exposure. Hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay strong and stay on the rise.